Phillip Rivers on his bench. I think that's going to be his starter going forward. I would hope. LaShawn McCoy, 116 yards this week. 9 points. Could have made it a little bit more interesting, but I think he's going to make some moves there. But he still could have made some moves there, but loses 66-40 to Tony. Dennis falls to 0-2. Isaac's fall. Tony goes to 1-1 on the week. Got his first win of the year. So, and for the close game of the week, another heartbreaking loss for one of our GFF owners, Fish, and Wade. 101-94 final there. Wade puts up 101 points. Rish puts up 94 and loses. That's just a scheduling thing. It makes you sick sometimes. But tail of the tape here, Aaron Rodgers, of course, 19 on Sunday night. Matt Forte, 9 points, couldn't find the end zone. Ingram, 12 points. Calvin Johnson, 14. Matthews with 12. Amari Cooper, 18. Bryant, 6. And the Rams, 4. 94 points for Rish. The only thing he could have done different here is if he starts Tom Brady over Aaron Rodgers. And Rish did that to himself because he picked two quality quarterbacks. You know, and he didn't need to. He could have waited. You know, and he had a chance to improve his team draft night. You know, someone made him a very fair offer for Tom Brady, and he chose not to go with it. So, as for Wade, Wade gets a donut. He puts up a 0. LeGarrette Blount puts up a 0. He still scores 101 points. Andrew Luck, 14. Andrew Luck's not looking good. They got him under center. They need to get him back off of center, get him in the shotgun, and let him just air it out. Isaiah Crowell, 12 points. Larry Fitzgerald, a blast from the past. 28 points. Eric Decker, 13. Devontae Adams, only 2. Mason Crosby, 14. The Cardinals defense, 18. If I had money right now, I'd probably go lay a bet on the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl. I just think they're looking that good right now, but still early. The only thing, there's not much anything else that Wade could have done outside of started Ronnie Hillman or any other receiver, any other running back there as LeGarrette Blount to get 1 point. Other than that, he had a 90% rating. So he put almost the best human possible team he could on the field and won. 101-94. Rish suffers and goes to 0-2. Wade gets his first win, goes to 1-1. So let's see where we're at standings-wise in the old league here. Right now, tied at the top in the North Division, Chris and Brad are 2-0 and Jonesy 2-0. Right now, Chris, by way of all the tiebreakers, is actually first, Brad's second, and Jonesy's third. In the South Division, me, Greg, and Wade are all tied at 1-1. By way of tiebreaker, I'm on top for whatever reason. Greg's second and Wade's third, but still our division is going to be pretty tough to beat. A lot of powerhouses there. And when we looked at draft night, where everybody drafted, everybody's kind of balanced out, so kind of interesting to see. So we'll see how it plays out. So if we look ahead here, this week, me and Chris face each other. Chris is 2-0. I'm 1-1. They're not sure if Eddie Lacy's going to play yet or not. I've heard a lot of different things. It's going to be tough. He received treatment, so he's going to be a game time decision. I may even consider starting both Packer running backs, which sounds stupid, but there was a guy a couple hundred years ago, I remember, he was out of transactions and the trade deadline passed, and he started both running backs, and both running backs had over 10 points on the same team. So we'll see. Right now, my lineup's pretty much as it is. The only thing I may do different, I'm going to keep playing the hot hand and Palmer. Rashard Jennings, I may play him against Washington as opposed to Bishop Sankey. I'm not sure yet. my receiving core is fine. Demaryius Thomas, Gronk, and Hopkins. I may have to start considering Charles Johnson occasionally or Travis Cleese, but we'll see. Broncos defense because I have nobody else. And then I'm going to stick with Dan Carpenter at kicker right now at the moment. I'm not sure that Caleb Sturgis is even with Miami anymore. So for Chris, Matt Ryan's playing well. I can't see him playing Teddy Bridgewater, but he might. Carlos Hyde, expect to be a tough game at Arizona, and that's a very big game for Arizona in San Francisco. That's early in the season. That's probably one of the biggest games of the week, if you ask me. D'Angelo Williams. D'Angelo may not play. He may lose time to Le'Veon or Bell, which I think he's coming back, which Chris has, so he'll probably get elevated. Chris will make some decisions at the receiving core. Julio Jones will obviously stay. Odell Beckham will stay. Brandon Cooks may stay, but he may go with T.Y. or T.J. He may go with somebody else, Vincent Jackson or Brandon Marshall. So a couple options there for him. Texans D, I don't know. It's a horse apiece between them and the Dolphins, and then your kicker a horse apiece too. Those really don't matter. So be a good matchup between me and Chris. Usually is. We'll see there. As for next game on our, we got Fish and Rickman. Fish, he's got all the pieces on the field. He can definitely make a run at it. He's going to stick with Rodgers, Forte. I assume he's going to stick with Ingram at running back. He may, because Arian Foster's not playing, but we'll see. Calvin Johnson, Matthews, and Cooper will stay there. May probably stay there. I can't see him playing anybody else. He may consider Jeremy Maclin against Green Bay because that game could be a shootout, but I got a feeling Kansas City's going to pound the shit out of the ball. We'll see what happens there. Kickers, defense really don't matter in this game. Matt Bryant or the Rams D. For Rickman, decisions abound. That's what he's going to do. Phillip Rivers is going to be his quarterback. I'm confident in that because he doesn't have another quarterback right now, I don't think. LaShawn McCoy at running back. I think you got to play him against Miami. I think you're crazy if you don't. Jones for Washington against the Giants. That's probably not a bad call there. James Jones at receiver. Alshon Jeffrey may not be a bad play this week. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Kendall Wright, the other receiver, and Jimmy Graham. I would consider maybe swapping Jimmy Graham out here or seeing what happens. I mean, they're playing Chicago, but he's not getting the looks that he did with New Orleans. Costanzo's his kicker. Him or Dan Bailey, either one will be fine. Chiefs defense or the Bills defense, either one's a horse apiece here. This game here, I like Fish here. I think he's got more opportunity for guys to be in double figures. I think too many question marks for Rickman. I would favor Rich in this one, but if someone keeps track of that, please do, because I'll probably be wrong. But we go to Jonesy and Greg, 2-0 versus 1-1. We'll see here. Right now, Jonesy's going to stick with Roethlisberger. I would too. Him and Brown against the Rams. That game could probably be a blowout in a hurry. Frank Gore Freeman at his running back. Alfred Morris, I don't know if he's going to play or not. We'll see. Michael Crabtree, I like what he did last week. And then he's going to stick with Moncrief this week. I like Roddy White this week against Dallas, but we'll see. Or even Golden Tate. McManus at kicker. Panthers D. I certainly wouldn't play the Colts D right now. They're not what they should be. Greg, so far, he's going with Tyrod Taylor this week against Miami. Okay. Chris Ivory with the Jets. I like Chris Ivory this week. I like Jeremy Hill this week. I think he can get a lot of play out of there. T.Y. Hilton against Tennessee this week. Probably a good call. And Indy's going to be playing pissed. Somebody's going to get an ass beaten, I guarantee you that. Brown at the other receiver for Arizona. Landry at the other receiver for Miami. Not bad there. I don't know where Percy Harvin's status is. I would see where he's at come game time. He's going to go with Mike Ted Nugent at the kicker spot in the Patriots' old defense. Keep playing a hot hand there. Tyler Eifert may not be a bad start this week against Baltimore. We'll see how that plays out. I would start Matt Stafford over Tyrod Taylor, but he is defending champ for a reason, and I've never won the championship for a reason, so that's how that works. As for Kurz and Tony, Kurz is 0-2. Tony's 1-1. Kurz, he's going to stick with Manning and Charles because that's his team. Receiving core is kind of in play right here. His other running backs in play too. He's got Abdullah from Detroit or Murray from Oakland. Either one are good. Mike Wallace of Minnesota starting to see some action. May not be a bad call there either. So we'll see what happens there. As for Tony, Drew Brees, right now they're saying he's out. So we'll see him go with Andy Dalton. Peterson, he's going to have to keep Andre Peterson. Randall for Dallas, keep him in there. A.J. Green. I like the matchup there, especially if Dalton and Green together. It could be a good day for him. Witten, it may be time to pull the plug on him too and put somebody else in. Marcus Colston maybe. May not be a bad call there. So with the Vinatieri at kicker, probably want to run with him. So we'll see. So the projecting Kurz will walk away with this in 103.81, but still everything's early yet, so we'll see. But I like that game there a lot. And then on to Brad and Wade. The battle for supremacy in the sausage fest. Brad will have Russell Wilson going. I'm not crazy about Russell Wilson, but they're playing Chicago, and anybody that's playing Chicago, I'll take. Marshawn Lynch, 11. He's got Marshawn Lynch, Danny Woodhead. They keep saying things about Woodhead. He's got Melvin Gordon there to plug in. It'll be a game time decision there. Julian Edelman's hot. Emmanuel Sanders hot. Keenan Allen not so much, but his options aren't real good after that. So, and then he's got Gostkowski kicking in the Seahawks defense. Just stick with that. As for Wade, he's going to go with Luck, LeGarrette Blount, Isaiah Crowell. Fitzgerald had a great game last week. Decker and Adams and Crosby. A couple of things he can think about here. If this don't shock you, Luck and Mariota are projected the same amount of points as what Flea Flicker's projected, which shocks the tar out of me. A couple of things to think about here. Forsett, Hillman, Anderson. Any one of those guys could fill in probably good here. Andre Johnson maybe. If he's going to go with Luck, I'm thinking you need to put Johnson in your lineup. That's just me, but I could be wrong. So he's got Gnkowski on the bench. Gnkowski is between him and Mason Crosby. I like Gnkowski over Mason Crosby just because Gnkowski could boot one from 85 yards and still hit that burp high good one. So that's the teams this week. A lot of action going on. So, a couple of things. Anybody wants to make some trades and stuff, I'm open to it. If you want to make some, please let me know. If you want to video something and send it to me, I'll see if I can incorporate it into the old podcast and whatever. If you got any suggestions, let me know. I think being I'm on that iPad here, one of these days I'll kind of give you guys a 50-cent tour where I reside up north Yahoo, so you know where I'm at. So, other than that, that's me. I'm done for the night. I'm going to sign off here. Good luck this week, fellas. Hope hopefully everybody's doing well, and I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.